Hey there, welcome to the Credit Card News live stream. I'm Cal Barton. I'm hoping you're having a great weekend so far. We've had a few things happen in the credit card industry this week. Danny, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So let's get into the first story here. All right. The US has more credit cards than ever as issuance surged in 2021. US lenders issued more credit cards than ever, with a growing share of them going to consumers with lower credit scores. A record 196 million Americans held cards at the end of 2021, according to a report by TransUnion. In the third quarter, the number of new cards issued hit an all-time high of 20.1 million. Some 9 million of them went to so-called non-prime borrowers, those with poor or fair credit. The surge shows how lenders seeking growth are eager to tap into consumers who've largely been able to meet their obligations even after pandemic stimulus programs ended last year. Credit card issuers have been ramping up marketing campaigns and competing to lure customers. So a few of my thoughts here. This means people with subpar credit accounted for roughly 50% of the new cards issued in that quarter last year, which is pretty significant. Seeing is that most people that they are basically overrepresented in their share of credit cards being issued. So that doesn't include any sort of any people with excellent credit. So many people are ready to shop and travel again. So everybody's been cooped up last year. They're ready to get out. They're ready to spend more. And so we're just seeing the evidence of that. We saw really competitive cards drop last year, like the Citi Custom Cash and Capital One Venture X. So if you don't know, very coveted card is the Citi Custom Cash. You get 5% back on your top spending category. And I recently got that. I was really looking forward to it. So the beauty of that card is that you're able to easily work it into your current typical spending pattern and just choose the category that you want to earn 5% back in. And so that was a big card that kind of led the pack last year. And then you have the Venture X card, which is a really competitive card that's is positioned to compete with the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Capital One Platinum card. And that actually has a $395 fee with that one. And that's a couple $100 less than you're going to get with the Chase and Amex cards. A lot of people love that one. So then I saw a better sign-up bonus during the holiday season. So there's a lot of people don't know that there's a big push for credit cards. Just like you can buy products at a discount, and there's a big push from Amazon and Walmart and all those, and Best Buy. There's a big push from the credit card issuers so that you can actually buy those products. And so you'll see those bonuses surge up from $100, $200 to $300 in some cases, like I got with the Citi Custom Cash through Credit Karma. So you always want to, that's considered the best time to apply for cards because you're going to get the largest sign-up bonus during the holiday season. And you also want to look at like cardmatch.com or Credit Karma. And not only will they be able to kind of pair you up with a card, give you, and you'll be able to see, it'll say outstanding chance of getting approved. So they look at your credit profile and they compare it to other people with similar credit reports, and they'll determine how high of a chance you'll have at getting approved for that card. And so it's just another layer of protection to tell you, hey, this is a good shot for you. So you might want to take a chance here. And on top of that, they're likely going to get you a higher sign-up bonus. So all that kind of coincided last year to allow more people into the credit card game, even with those subprime credit scores. And that was a big deal. So let's go to the next story here. All right. Chase launches a new option to spend instantly. So spend instantly after opening a Chase card. So waiting for a new credit card to arrive in the mail seems inevitable after opening a new credit card. After all, the bank needs to print a personalized card and mail it to you. But what if there was a quicker way? Maybe some sort of digital card for a digital wallet. It turns out that technology is available, and Chase is now using digital wallets to make it easy for new cardholders to start spending on a new card right after you open it. Chase is aptly dubbing this new feature Spend Instantly. So they're just, you know, they got a team together, a round table, and they said, hey, what's a cool nickname for this feature that already exists? So eligible Chase cardholders can start using a new Chase card just after being approved by adding the new card to a digital wallet such as Apple Pay and Google Pay. So a few of my thoughts here. I like that Chase is offering this feature, but it's far from new, very far from new. It's been around for years, even with the Apple Card launched with that feature and ability. I personally haven't found a need to use a card the instant the account is open, but I like having the option. I always like having the freedom and the option to do different things, even if I'm not going to utilize that feature. And it's nice to have, but other cards have already done it. There's numerous of the cards that will let you access that credit line the moment you're approved for it. All right, so Danny, you asked the question here. This is what, okay, I know it's a question. This is what Apple and Amex do. Yeah, they allow you, you're referring to the instant access to the credit line? Is that correct? Yep. Yeah, a lot of cards do that too. And yeah, it's a good point that you made there. So next story up. You can use the Amex. This is an Amex offer to save you $100 on your next Delta flight. An appealing Amex offer has made its way to a number of American Express accounts today. This offer, which is particularly lucrative for frequent Delta flyers, gives targeted cardholders up to $100 back as a statement credit after spending $400 or more on one Delta operated flight reservation when booked through AmexTravel.com. So that's the key. You have to book through their travel portal. This is a very usable credit. You know, I love $400. Was that $100 statement credit? It's awesome. But unfortunately, it's targeted. Yeah, whenever you see a deal saying it's targeted, it means you'll have to meet some mysterious criteria set by Amex to receive the offer. So not everybody's going to receive that offer. And there's just something they're doing behind the scenes to kind of cull and winnow out the people that they want to, you know, offer it to. And so I don't like that fact. This is why Amex is largely seen as a glorified coupon card. It requires continuous work and active management. And that's something that I've really been, I've always belabored that point with Amex. I've always been basically down and discouraged. Sometimes I've discouraged people to use the Amex cards because most of them have annual fees and they're really focused around these offers that you have to manage. But I did have kind of a revelation today. I think that it's a good hobby. So if you're really into credit cards and you like that aspect, maybe you want something that you have to get hands on and you feel like you're extracting more value from because of the activity that you're doing. You have to research. You like looking at the data, and you like seeing what new deal is out, and that really gets you going. Maybe that's an aspect. You can't really put a value on that. And if that's a valuable aspect of an Amex card or any card that requires that, then it might actually be more valuable to you. So next story. Square Afterpay acquisition closes. Sellers can now offer buy now, pay later. And so Square is debuting a buy now, pay later product with Afterpay after it buys the company Afterpay. This will allow Square sellers to offer Afterpay's product and get more customers. Almost 56% of Americans have used a buy now, pay later service, and younger demographics like Gen Z and millennials make up 75% of users with that service. Afterpay is available as of February 1st. So right now it's the 6th. So it's been available for 5 days. And for Square users, and the sellers will be able to access Afterpay for no extra cost until May 10th. That's the key. So May 10th, they're flipping that switch and they're turning that extra revenue source on. I mostly see Square readers as like food truck vendors and small cafes. And I don't really see a reason for buy now, pay later to be offered there, because there's no large purchases taking place there. Because it's used for like coffee and donuts. If you correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the chat. Do you know, have you seen Square readers being used in larger businesses that were, you know, you're buying like a $2,000 TV or, you know, a refrigerator? Well, you know, actually you can do that like Best Buy. There's a buy now, pay later. So either way, it will significantly expand the reach of Afterpay. And so many store cards like Amazon and Best Buy have like a buy now, pay later feature to that store card. So that's I don't see the scope of that feature being offered along with Square readers. Somebody let me know in the chat if I'm wrong about that. So moving on to the next story here. We have Sofi. You know, this is my bank. I've been using them for a long time. Sofi receives regulatory approval to be a nationwide bank. It will offer 1% interest rates. Sofi has sent out an email to existing customers stating they have received regulatory approval to be a nationwide bank. Traditionally, fintechs such as Sofi partner with a traditional bank to offer financial products. Sofi Money will offer 1% when you upgrade to a Sofi checking and savings and receive a direct deposit, which I do, similar to the best basic savings account rates, but not competitive when comparing to high yield savings accounts. So that probably be like Ally Bank and some other online banks that offer those high interest savings accounts. I've been so conflicted about how to explain online banks to people. And so the reason for that, I'm really conflicted because it's not technically, Sofi has previously been a bank. A lot of other online banks like Chime, they're not on paper a bank. They're a fintech company. They are a Silicon Valley style startup that offers a basically an overlay or they work on top of the bank infrastructure to offer you these the app and the web interface, and they're just a user interface between you and the bank. So this is good that Sofi is taking that step, and so now it's much easier to explain. There's no caveat, there's no asterisk. They are just a bank, and the 1% rate is 5 times. That's 5 times what they are currently offering. I believe they're offering 1/4%, or less than that. I think it's 0.2%. I've been using Sofi as my primary bank account for just about 3 years, and it's been great. I currently get my direct deposit 2 days in advance. So when everybody else is talking about, looking at their paycheck and, doing whatever they will with that information, I'm already, investing that money, or I'm already spending it and allocating it in different places before they even see the check. All right, next story here. Visa crypto cards hit 2.5 billion in volume in the first fiscal quarter of 2022. Visa's announcement that its crypto-linked card usage hit 2.5 billion. That figure is 70% of the company's crypto volume for the entire fiscal year of 2021, which means that the adoption of crypto-backed cards is increasing significantly. Visa CFO, that's Chief Financial Officer, Vasant, I'm not even going to attempt that last name, noted that card users are treating their crypto-linked cards as general purpose accounts, using them to make everyday purchases. The company has recently added Coinbase, BlockFi, and Circle to its network of crypto wallet partners, increasing the total of number of partners from 54 to more than 65. And so I love to follow crypto, and here's my thoughts. The crypto space is so interesting to me. I like following the storylines and the commentary surrounding it. You know, we've all seen those thumbnails on YouTube where they have the laser eyes, they got the dog, the Shiba Inu, you know, dog heads, and then they got what else do they do? The fire around them because everything's crashing and everything. It's one day it's crashing and then the next day it's to the moon. It's amazing. It's so entertaining to me. I don't personally hold crypto though, or use crypto specific credit cards. So I would never recommend like the BlockFi card to anybody, but you know, to each his own. I like that Visa is willing to make this a considerable part of their business. I'm all for new tech and next gen ideas. I would consider myself an early adopter, but I won't dive in until there's an actual verifiable utility. So I'm very, you know, I'm not really hyped up on crypto. I don't think there currently is, you know, it can't be used as a currency because it's too volatile. You could say you can use the USD linked cryptos. That's a whole nother thing, but it's not viable enough of a currency to use. There's nowhere you can use it at for most intents and purposes. And it's really a speculative, as they say, you know, very speculative investment. You know, I'm a big index fund investor, so I can't use it for investment either. So let's move on to the next story here. Florida Barton, hello, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. So Citibank launches the Exxon Mobil Smart Card Plus. I just found out about this. This is tough for me. It gives members a savings of 12 cents per gallon on Synergy Supreme Plus premium fuel and 10 cents per gallon on other Synergy fuel grades at Exxon and Mobil stations in the US. Card members are also eligible to get 5% back at statement credit on in-store purchases and car washes at Exxon Mobil stations for the first $1,200 spent on non-fuel purchases. I think that's going to be easy to fit your purchases into $1,200 for a year. Because what are you buying? Like gummy bears? And I never go into the gas station, but I know a lot of people do. But it's got to be a small amount of, you know, of food or other items you would buy in there. My question is, will this credit card bypass any extra fees some gas stations charge for credit? Most of the gas stations near me, and I actually exclusively go to Mobil, they charge an extra 10 cents if you use a credit card. So that's pretty much every gas station near me here in New York that this wouldn't make sense. The only way that I don't really see them making an exception for one credit card. I don't know of any business that does that. So I'm leaning to the side that says they're still going to charge that extra fee. So it's just going to be a wash. There's no reason for me personally to use this card, even though I'd be a perfect candidate for it because I always get my gas at Mobil. I'm willing to bet this card also has a spending cap that is not being reported yet. So we haven't really gone into detail. They haven't released every single bit of information about the card. You know, all the literature hasn't come out. So I don't really see, it's such a big spending category for most people. I don't see them offering a card that would let you spend unlimited on gas. All right, so this is straight from Reddit here. It's a question I thought was a very important question. What would you say is the best no annual fee travel card for cashback points or hotels? I'm looking at options for both domestic and international. He's talking about the US Bank Altitude Go seems to be good for dining. You get 4% back. The Apple Card, you get 2% wherever you use Apple Pay, which is sort of limited, especially like I've heard worldwide, the Apple Pay, that's going to be significantly limited in where you can use that. He says the Bank of America Cash Rewards card provides 3% on hotels, whatever you pick. So you actually have to go in and select that. And that's an extra step that people have to take. Get the Citi Custom Cash, that's 5% back. Love the Citi Custom Cash. It's terrible for international. I would leave it right in the drawer or locked up wherever, because you're going to get that 3% foreign transaction fee on all purchases. You don't want to use that. So I always tell people, and they love it, is the Venmo card. A lot of people don't have this card, but Danny, I think you have it. I also have it. You get 3% back on your top spending category. And the reason this is much better than the 5% is because they don't charge a 3% foreign transaction fee. There's no annual fee, and there's no minimum redemption limit, which is something that kind of falls under the radar for a lot of cards, that you'll find out later that you have a minimum redemption limit of like $50 with a lot of the Navy Federal cards, or you have a minimum redemption of $25 for the Citi Double Cash card, which is going to be ending soon. But for, since its inception with the Citi Double Cash, there was a $25 spending minimum redemption limit. So if you had $20 in there and maybe you were going to use it for a while, you have to leave that $20 and you couldn't do anything with it. So I'm glad that's going to be changing soon. So I always recommend the Venmo credit card. Nino, what's up? Welcome to the stream, man. It's good to have you. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. All right, so here we go. Another question from Reddit. I canceled my only card to reapply for a sign-up bonus, and I'm afraid I made a huge mistake. Yeah, I think he's trying to play the churning game here. I've never played that game. I like sign-up bonuses. It's definitely something that incentivizes me to apply for a card. But it's, obviously you want that card to meet your typical spending, habits, and you want it to long-term be good for you, not just a sign-up bonus. That's temporary. That's only going to affect you in the first year of earnings. He says, I have a Southwest Chase card, $7,000 limit. He got it in 2015. He said he just canceled it. His FICO score is 750, and it was his only consumer card. I called to see if they would waive the annual fee, and when they refused, I decided to cancel. I guess he probably was upset. That was a probably in the moment thing, right? I figured I'd end up signing up for the higher tier Southwest card and get the sign-up bonus, so I didn't think much about canceling. I never put much through it. I've never put much thought into credit cards, as now I fear I made a big mistake. So you always want to do some level of research before making decisions with credit cards. Your choices can affect your ability to be approved for months or even years into the future. So, you just want to at least do a Google search. If you don't want to go to Reddit, which I know is a little bit less user-friendly, and it's a little less inviting than just going to a YouTube video and having somebody just explain it and give you some visuals to it. But it's not something to be taken lightly, and they have ramifications that will, affect your ability to apply for new cards, especially like Chase cards. Chase cards have very stringent requirements, like the 524 rule, where you can't have over 5 or more credit card applications on your credit report for the last 24 months or 2 years. So I would only consider an annual fee card if you have some experience and you're determined. So when you're first starting out, I think no annual fee card is definitely the way to go. Even if you end up with even if you end up wanting more and wanting those higher tier, Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Capital One, and the Amex Platinum cards or Gold cards, you still want to start with a no annual fee, because there's no skin in the game with a fee that you have to pay every year. So it's not going to cost you anything if you decide to just pull back and say, this is not for me. You can just leave it sitting in your drawer and no harm, no foul. And you can come back to it if you want to. It's completely up to you, but it doesn't tie you down to having to pay a fee if you're not getting value from the card. So that's why I always recommend no annual fee cards to start out. I've been in the game for a few years now. I have a significant amount of available credit, and I still swear by no annual fee cards. I kind of built my that's one of my pillars of, one of my core ideologies is no annual fee. So I always stress that. But once you get some experience and you're determined to you find that the net value of one of those high annual fee cards, like the Capital One Venture X, which is $395, if you find that you can extract enough value from that and you're traveling enough, then go for it. If you find that the value from that card will exceed the high annual fee, and so a lot of people do it, but you have to be more hands-on, and you have to be willing to go and do the research, and you have to be, willing to gain that experience. So I think they should go for a flat 1.5% or 2% cashback card. It looks like he wants to travel. And the problem with the 2% cards is that, here's the problem with 2% cards. Problem with 2% cards is that there's only one that I know of. There might be, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, there might be a credit union that offers a 2% card, because many do. But with the Sofi card, you have to kind of be invested in their ecosystem, and you have to redeem your rewards into another Sofi account. So that's, if you're willing to do that, then you can travel abroad and have no foreign transaction fee. But if you go for the Capital One, the Citi Double Cash card, you're going to be hit with that 3% fee. So if you're traveling abroad, that's not a good card to use. So if you go with the Citi, or if you go with the Capital One Quicksilver card, that has no foreign transaction fee, but that lowers your rate to 1.5% cashback. All right, so Danny, you saying, all right, first Nino here. I closed my Wells Fargo Propel card and regret it. Very good card now. It's been discontinued. So Nino, do you think, see, I'm worried about that discontinue part. Are they going to, inevitably either shut it down and like product change you to another card? Or are they just going to say, hey, we're shutting it down? What do they usually do in that situation? That's what I would be concerned about. And the Propel, if I'm not mistaken, works on a point system. Danny, okay. Danny said you got the Propel. See, Danny, I know you got a lot of cards, so there's probably more cards on the market. There's probably cards. You probably have more cards than when cars that are on market that you don't have. You've got a ton of them, I know. All right. So B Hag, I'm just gonna say B Hag, welcome to the live stream. I only have one annual fee card. Which one is that? I'm curious to know. Which annual fee card do you have? Let's see, Nino, you're saying I have too many cards that are overlapping in 2% and 1.5%. It's the biggest mistake. I don't want to close them since there's no annual fee. Yeah, that's a good idea not to close those cards. And they're helping you out. They're filling out your credit profile, and they're giving you more available credit. I'm sure some of those cards are probably $10,000 limits on those. But I think I have like 3 2% cards, and in the moment I wouldn't have gotten 3 of them. For sure. I probably would have had 2. Amex Platinum. Oh, you got the big boy. That's the 18 gram. Well, no, I'm sorry. I don't want to limit you. 21 grams of metal. Dude, when you slap that thing down, I'm sure you get respect. You know what I mean? They're like, wow, you've got that money. You've got it. Yeah. I'm sure they're looking at you like, wow. The big platinum. All right. I just recently got the Synchrony. So Danny, you're saying you recently got the Synchrony 2% MasterCard and a line of credit of 15,000 with my credit union. Okay. That's big. 15K. Are you satisfied with 15K or you want more? I actually asked everybody in a recent poll on my community page, why did they want a credit limit increase? I know everybody loves it. And I'm gonna learn. I love to talk about it. The biggest reason that they wanted a high credit limit was to improve their credit score. And then what came in second, I can't recall at the moment, but the biggest deal to people was the higher credit score. But if you're getting $10,000 limits, why would you need more for a higher credit score? If you have over $100,000 in available credit, I mean, are you really going to use such a large percentage of that in a month's time that it would lower your score in any meaningful way? I don't think so. All right, Nina, you're saying Synchrony Bank is indeed very generous in regards to credit limits and requesting one. I just asked for an increase on my Verizon Signature Visa. Oh man, you know what? That's good. That happens. I use that in the background. I haven't really been out to eat. I would definitely use that. Continue using the Verizon Visa for dining because you're getting 4% or 3% back in dining. But here's BHAG, the Verizon Visa for me and Nino. That's our version of the Amex Platinum. Because when you slam that thing down, that's 18 grams of metal there. It feels really good in the hand, and they know what is this? What is this? All right. Oh, thank you for helping me out, KW. Welcome to the live stream. The second one was large purchases. Yes, very, very true. Yes. That's a valid point for large purchases. One thing I learned recently was that you can actually prepay the card. So if you have a low limit and you want to buy, so say if you have a $500 limit, which is super low, but you want to make $1,000 purchase, you could prepay and basically put an extra $500 on the card. So you have like a positive balance, and then you can make that $1,000 purchase. I think it would just require some pre-planning because obviously it's going to take some time for that to, register onto your account. Has anybody ever done that before? Yeah, so BHAG, you're saying it's a conversation starter, definitely, which allows me to refer Amex products. Okay. You can refer them? All right, Nina, you got Synchrony. You're very generous. So they gave you a $6,400 credit limit. Nice. Just a starting credit limit. Cool. Yes, BHAG. I'm sorry, negative balance. You correct. Thank you. It's a negative balance. Yes. Very true. Yeah, so the Verizon Visa, Nino, you're saying 4x on groceries, 3x takeouts on dining, and there's no annual fee. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, the only caveat is that you have to have a Verizon wireless service and Verizon Fios are. I think you need the Verizon wireless service to begin with. But listen, you have either one. You could still redeem everything every month if you wanted to, and it wouldn't cover the whole bill. So you can redeem it every single month. It's awesome. I think it's really underrated. It's not being talked about nearly enough. All right, Danny, the T-Mobile credit card. All right, that's T-Mobile. That's, yeah, hopefully it's a Visa. Visa's, yeah, because you can use it at, yeah, Danny, if it's a Visa, then you can use it at Costco, which is insane to me that they only accept Visa. How is that? How is it they only accept Visa there at that large establishment? Oh, I wanted to ask everybody, did anybody get a credit limit increase or a new credit card recently? And if so, which card did you get? Yeah, BHAG. Yeah, they probably have a good deal. They must have worked out some sweetheart deal with Visa to get like a lower internet interchange fee going on there, and they don't want to give that up. They say if you're gonna be, you can be exclusive to Visa, and we'll give you a better rate. But I mean, you're cutting out such a large part of your users where you don't accept their payment. So there's got to be a reason why they're the only one that accept it. I don't think that's the best strategy to go for. Oh, nice. But yeah, you got the Sofi credit card. Awesome. Listen, I use that on a daily. That's my go-to credit card for, that's my base layer that covers every purchase. And then I have the investing account, and I have their checking account. So I've been using them for 3 years. They're awesome. All right, Danny, you just got the Synchrony Premier 2% card. Okay. Nice. Congrats. And you said the limit on that was like $6,400? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Danny, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. All right, so you're saying, BHAG, you're saying, I was thinking using the SoFi rewards crypto BTC transfers. Okay, so you want to use that for to transfer into Bitcoin. You can use your rewards. Nice. I love that. All right, BHAG, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I think the Bitcoin transfers, which I actually used that one time. I told you before that I'm not into crypto. I love watching the seeing the narrative around it, but I used it one time because they offered an incentive of like $10 or $15 to redeem your rewards, or I think to buy like $10 of crypto. So that's why I used it one time. But it's great that they offer that feature, because it basically turns the credit, a standard 2% card, into into like a BlockFi card. So you don't have, they basically make it a feature of the card. So BlockFi, you can only redeem for crypto. But the SoFi, you can make it traditional where you get cash back, or you can get crypto. So that flexibility is really paramount. All right, KW, nice. You got a small $500 increase in January on your Capital One Platinum. Oh, nice. Listen, any amount is good. Was that like was that an automatic increase, or did you just like request you know, a larger amount and they basically countered and gave you 500? But either way, that's great, man. Danny, listen, thank you for supporting. I'm going to continue to press forward. You know, my motto is get 1% better every day or every upload. And I'm just, thank you for watching. Nino, you're saying, I heard Sofi is a legitimate bank now. Do you see this trending with others like Chime, M1 Finance? You know what? I didn't think about that at first, but I do, because we see these businesses, they do the same things. Like they follow in each other's steps. Over the past years, we've seen it started with like Robinhood, and then we saw M1 Finance, and we saw all these others players jump in to be competition. So yeah, I do see Chime deciding to go that route. I'm sure it saves money. I'm sure it takes a long time, but in the long run, it's going to save them quite a bit of money and allow them to offer all the products that they want to offer. So I do see that happening. All right, thank you, Inspiring. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Just trying to you know, I want to figure out exactly what you guys want to see. You know, I always want to reiterate that and get out in front and just provide commentary and information around that. And that's what I'm trying to do. All right. Hey, BHAG says, hey, do you know if Chase gives $10.99 miscellaneous for referral? Because I'm scared. I don't think so. I'm not sure. That's you got. Oh wow. You got a $10.99 for the Amex. Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is anybody familiar with that? Just let them know in the chat, man. Anybody? So listen. Some of you guys have, I'm sure most of you have been in the credit card game longer than me, and I can learn a lot from you. And so, you know, anytime there's a question like this, please feel free. And you have been helping each other in the chat. That's definitely really good to see, and I learn from you guys. Who's in? I asked another question or poll today. Who's into the message boards, like the FICO, My FICO forums, and the Reddit credit card forum? I'm curious. Yeah, Nino says, Chase gave me a $10.99 for opening a checking account and getting a $300 bonus 4 years ago. Wow, they're saying the government wants you to report every single thing. They're even going after any sort of payments you get over those payment platforms like Venmo and Google Pay and things like that. I think it's anything over $600 needs to be reported. They're trying to get every dime. Jorge, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, man. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, man, I can go back. What do you guys think the highlights are? Yeah, there's a lot I cover. We can get back into it real quick if you guys just... Some of the highlights here. I think what you need to know. If you have a Chase card, if you apply for a Chase card, you're going to get access to that line of credit instantly. You need to know that. If you have an Amex card, you might receive an offer where you get $100 statement credit for Delta flights. That's good to know. Square, I don't think you really need to know that. Sofi is going to become a bank now, and they're going to offer a 1% interest rate on their on money you have in their accounts, which is a great deal. Crypto is catching on, which you already knew. And there's a new credit card, which you might listen. If you go Exxon Mobil near you, there's a new Exxon Mobil Smart Card Plus. Maybe keep an eye on that. You get 10 cents off of regular like unleaded gas. So that pretty much catches you up there. Yeah, Danny, great point, man. That's something that was unexpected. That's just like, you get the account and you're in it for like 3 months, and then you find out there's one feature that's missing, and it's Zelle. For some reason, there's no Zelle support, which a lot of people with traditional banks already have access to. Yeah, they need that. I think I mentioned that in the last review. If I didn't, I should have. Is that they need Zelle support. What else does SoFi need? They need credit limit increases. That's what they need. It's been too long. We need access. Okay, Dan, you said if they had the credit limit increase, you use your checking account more. All right. Oh, SoFi members get VIP treatment? Wow. Forehead in. Okay. I'm not sure, but you know what? That's a big asterisk next to that. I'm not sure what VIP means. I'm always skeptical about these experiences that you get. I need like hard, concrete language to tell me what am I getting. All right, you say you're a Niner fan here. I think Nino's a big football fan. Nino, you probably got football on the TV right now, on a tablet or something. Oh, so okay, Charles Schwab finally implemented Zelle like 6 months ago now. One must-have feature desperately needed. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I ran into a problem with Zelle because I had like a contractor or repair person, and that's one of the main things that they accept. Sometimes they don't accept that, Cash App or Venmo. So Zelle is definitely, I agree. Yeah, what Jorge, you saying what a time to be a SoFi member. Yeah, when I first started, I was really excited because they offered like the combination of features that you get with SoFi was kind of really unheard of at the time. Now there's been some feature creep, and the 2-day early pay and the reimbursement of ATM fees. That's kind of becoming more of a standard, and like the traditional banks are now pulling back on those fees, at least a little bit. They're not fully pulling back on fees, but like overdraft and insufficient fund fees. So I think it's time for that next move for SoFi. They need to step it up a notch. Yeah, you're saying BHAG, you're saying that Charles, you have an IRA, the app needs improvement. Yeah, that's the mark of a traditional bank, right? They don't spend too much money, even though they have the most money, on R&D and improving the digital experience. And that's what, you know, younger people want. So that's one of the things you get with them. Yeah, Danny, listen, Danny, you got that money. 10K, man. Nice. Nice. All right. So guys, hope you enjoyed the time with the with me on the stream. And oh, here we go. Yeah, Nino, yep. And you've been very vocal about that. Charles Schwab does reimburse you. And listen, that you have that over the SoFi card now because they no longer offer that feature. So, you know, when you're going to those ATMs and they're charging $4 or $5, you know, per withdrawal, it comes in handy. It's nice to, you know, have to incur, or even, that's not even a thought in your mind because you know you're getting that money back instantly. At the gas, so has anybody had trouble using their SoFi card at the gas station? You know, I think I've had an issue, but I think it was my gas station. I've always been able to use it inevitably, but the stall or the individual pumps weren't working properly, so I had to go inside a couple times. But I've always been able to make a transaction with my SoFi debit and credit card. So guys, I just want to let you know, if you're interested, my next video I'm working on is going to be on the Navy Federal Credit Union. And it's going to be about credit limit increases. So I'm just going to try to wrap everything up in one big video and just cover every little strategy, every little detail about Navy Federal and getting those limit increases. PinFed? Okay, Danny, you saying PinFed? Okay, I'm looking at PinFed. I see PinFed talked about a lot on my FICO forums. It's very, very popular there. Nino, have a good night. And then listen, I think it's a good time. You know where I'm gonna be here next. Make sure. Yes, next Sunday at 7 p.m. Yo, B-Head, I just want to say, dude, come on. Yes. Does anybody want to adopt B-Hag? He needs to get into Navy Federal. I think Danny wants to get Navy Fed too, because you're not in there. They give you those high limits, right? All right. Everyone have a great night and have a good week. I'll see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. All right.